Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. Now, I think that we're gonna have to go back here and start doing some Magatama stuff. And the only reason I think of this is because there's still like question marks on the other, like, I'll show it really quickly. There's still like question marks over here on this part of the equation that we can't, actually, I don't think we can access them just yet. In fact, I'm pressing X and you cannot access them. So I'm thinking we actually do have to do some pressing. And actually, with this guy here, I know for a fact that I can do something with him. Because remember he talked about the silk hat he saw? I think it has to do with Trucy Mr. Hat, because they have never, ever in a million years put Mr. Hat in the evidence. Never, ever, ever have they put Mr. Hat in the evidence, and there has to be a reason for that. So let's... There we go, the vanishing trick. Let's try this out. Let's just make an attempt to try this out. The disappearing trick. It has to have something to do with Mr. Hat. It has to have something to do with Mr. Hat. Oh, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out. Hey, what's with the atmosphere here all of a sudden? You know something and I'm gonna find out what. Zach Gramarye vanished from this room. How'd he do it? How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say sir. Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something? Well, sir, you see, at the time I was here and... Listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do anyway? There you go. There we go. It's Trucy. Yeah. What did you just say? Oh, sir, did I just say something, sir? You said something that was pretty important. No, you screamed it through the megaphone of yours. There was something else in the room, wasn't there? Someone else in the room. Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking. I mean, you can do that if you want. You can stay silent as much as you want. But, you know, we're probably just going to have to Magatama you. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in that room that day. It was Trucy. Look at this. Good on you, gal. I've never seen that girl until just the other day. And, you know, I think, you know, one of the things that might be lobbed against me is that, you know, I'm like, you shouldn't use your, you know, I don't know, I think I've thought this. I don't know if I've said this in the video, but I have thought this. You shouldn't use your daughter as like a forger. I probably have said that in the video before the weekend or whatever. And then I'm like, but then like she's an accomplice to like him getting away, and I'm like, yeah. And you know what that is? That's called me being more attached to Trucy than many other characters. She can be a criminal if she wants. It's her choice. Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it. Sir? And she probably thought she was just doing a magic trick or something, in all fairness, like, you know what I mean? It was probably like literally just a magic trick she was doing. So that day she was here in this room, sir. But he wasn't. You mean, oh yeah, and he was from like the extra trial of the Ace Attorney games. Can I be honest about the extra trial? Like, I have like little to no memory of the extra trial. And that's, I know it's bad, but it's been so long. It was like 2017 when I played it. And I think, like, for me, like, I don't know why, like, I just, like, because if you showed me Old Bag or some of the other stuff from the first game, I probably could tell you, like, a lot about, like, some of the old trials in the old first game. Because I think the first ever Ace Attorney trial was about the clock, wasn't it? The stopping of the clock, or maybe that was Justice for All. I think it was. So, like, it's for some reason in my head, I just don't remember stuff from the extra trial. Like, I remember bits and pieces, like if you give me a second, I could be like, oh, that's the character, that's Emma, that's Meekins, you know what I mean? That's this guy. But it's really difficult for me to remember this stuff. You mean he chased her into his room, not him? Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I've learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was how not to mistake a girl for 7 foot tall. There it is, Mr. Hat. 7 feet. Zach isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Gramarye. But you saw something, and therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? It's Mr. Hat. It's our boy, Mr. Hat, the funniest character in the history of the world. Yeah, they never added Mr. Hat to the evidence before, so there's definitely a reason for that. What you said, I said, you. That girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar? It wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir? Come again? That night on stage, I saw a vision, except
It wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat. He really exists.
So you see him as a celebrity, Meekins. Okay, there's one down. There we go. There's one down. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. The vanishing trick.
I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zach Rabbery exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in the courtroom, sir. Zach Rabbery, don't even think you can escape Meekins. Down to your hands, floor your head. Hello?
He said it wrong again. Something the matter, mister? Look at this adorable baby.
No, that is, sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zach Rabbery, do you know him?
Oh, I love Zach Rabbery. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan.
Look at this little criminal. She's great.
I see. That's why you're wearing the costume you're wearing. Anyway, that very same Zach came into this room.
But no one's been here except me.
But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug.
He's a big boy. He's a big man. He's a gigantic man. So Trucy was his accomplice.
Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him.
Mr. Hat.
I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought I'd been all for a long joke.
Wait, so a week later? Is that what he said? A week later? Trucy was doing shows? Her father went missing and she was like, I'm doing a show. She is a beast. In a good way, by the way. A beast in a good way. That is hilarious.
Well, Daddy's missing. I better still bring in the bacon. Someone's got to put food on my table.
A dream that lasted a week.
But it wasn't a magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat.
So, I love this song. So what's crazy about this as well is that like that means Mr. Hat, like, it was like a big defining part of this whole trial. But the Mr. Hat trick is incredible. The fact that like when it moves up, it grabs Trucy's hat along with him is impressive. It's super impressive. The trick vanishes. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. Okay, we're gonna get an explanation here. So he ran out of the courtroom. You're standing by the door and Zach, here comes Zach. But that wasn't all. Another person got in the act. And she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Oh, look at the little hat. Along with Mr. Hat. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? So, while you're standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner. And most likely runs through the closet door in lobby number 1. The closest door, sorry, not closet door. Some people run through the closet door. Not Zach, I don't think. This is where you come in. You turn the corner in rather lukewarm pursuit. Lukewarm pursuit is a great term. And the very moment Trucy runs into lobby number 2. And then all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat. There you go.
Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw the cape. Zach Rabbery's red cape fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir. All my days opposing queers and making inquiries and chasing quarries wasted. It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die. Or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait.
Such sweet sorrows. You should be a poet. Maybe not a police officer. You should be a poet. These are good lines. You should be a poet or something. We should try that instead, maybe. That's your next calling. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffer on account of this case. This case was like probably one of the biggest domino effects in Phoenix's life and a lot of people's lives. Changed a lot of people's lives forever. You know, Trucy's life just changed. Zach's life was changed. Phoenix's life was definitely changed. You know, well, who else's life was changed in this as well? Oh no, it was Clavier's life has changed as well. I was actually going to say Christoph. Clavier's life has changed as well. Like, he's like probably getting more notoriety than ever after beating Phoenix in a trial. Probably the most well-known lawyer in the world at this stage.
It's an honor, at least the country. It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times, sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me!
Okay, that's an honor to you. We need to talk. Well, actually, you know what? You need to sort that out yourself, probably. Actually, about that girl. I'm sort of her guardian now.
Is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Okay.
I let the defendant escape. That's the stone cold truth. Just another step away from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great Detective Gumshoe.
Great Detective Gumshoe? I guess, like, he's famous now at this stage. He was trying his best in the last trial, but it still wasn't good enough. Mr. Meekins. This is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. Oh, okay. If you want it.
It's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of times I've had it taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free! Right, I'll see you in the court next time then, sir.
I love his design, by the way. It's so awesome. I look forward to it. Okay, there we go. We finished another one. Great. All eyes were on Zach Cranberry that day in court until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery has been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. It's awesome. Yeah, I like it. I like the way they're doing this. It's actually kind of neat. So we have 2 done. So we can go either to the detention center. Oh. Wait. Did I read that right? It would be 7 years. Oh, so it is. If it is, that's so cool because then that like relates so freaking heavily to what we did before. Let's go here. Let's go here right now. Are you kidding me? Let's go here right now. Present day Borscht Bowl Club. I'm excited. I'm super excited because like we said this and like obviously like it makes sense, but we're gonna get to see Shoddy again and we're gonna be like, okay, that's him or that isn't him. This is the reveal. This is totally the reveal. Oh. Of course he'd be here. Yeah, because we were best friends. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. I guess I'll go back to my piano. Can anyone tell me why when I do this voice, it makes me yawn? Maybe it's because like I think I know what it is. It's like open, like there's like, you know, the thing where you try to make yourself yawn. It's doing that with the back of my throat, I think. Then I guess I'll go back to my piano. Or the top of my throat, I should say. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. Later, Kristoff. See you later. Hopefully nothing ever bad happens to us in our friendship. 2 hours left on my shift. Wonder if I'll get any customers tonight. See, that's probably what he's hoping for, man. Oh, here he is. Do you know who I am? Yeah, of course. I can't believe I didn't think of this before. I wonder why I didn't. Now, in fairness, in my defense, like, I played this game, you know, and probably like an hour every day. And we've been playing now for what? This is part of like 27, 26? So like, it's like, you're talking about like, that's 26 days. 26 days of playing this game. So the last time we saw this guy was probably like 23 days ago. You know what I mean? So like, it's a bit different. But at the same time, like, I'm kind of like kicking myself a little bit, you know? That's totally him. Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play. That's a good dad joke. You can tell he's been taking care of a kid for 7 years. Just kidding, I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. It's a very common thing in Ace Attorney, and it's always been a very common thing, and they do this so well. Trials and Tribulations, I think, did it better than any other Ace Attorney game I've ever seen in my goddamn life. In the 5 Ace Attorney games I've played so far. Now, maybe this game might do it better. Because can I just say as well, like, in terms of, like, overall just fun throughout the whole thing, I think this is one of the best ones. It's probably in my top 2 by the end of this, but we'll see. It has to stick the landing. But when it comes to like Trials and Tribulations, the way they were able to like tie back almost every case together and everything we did together, like, and all this stuff like was tied together was like so interesting and done so well. How it like brought up so many moral questions and interesting quandaries about like life and the people that you love and all this stuff. It really was just like an unbelievably like interesting time. To be an Ace Attorney fan, and it was probably one of the best finales for Phoenix in that trilogy ever. So like I'm always interested in how they relate it back, and this is such a cool way to do it too. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. So yeah, he's hoping someone comes in so he doesn't have to play the piano. I seek true competition. I've heard that the Borscht Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true. And this is... Oh God. A friend of yours? What's he doing here?
Don't mind me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman.
He will not be playing tonight. But why is he here? Dude, you're on the run. Why do you need a freaking journalist with you? This dude would have a scoop, you know, without even a spoon. When his business is finished, I shall send him home.
This competition will be between us, no others.
Okay, okay. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano well, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. They made poker so... I'm never going to look at poker the same way again. Don't ask me how I got started, I don't remember. I'm never going to play this poker ever again the same way. Or see poker, I don't play poker. But I'm very good, real good. I didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come here to tickle the ivory. They come hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Fair enough. Fair enough. Then let's compete. I'll take you to the room.
The hideout, yes. Before we go,
Yes?
allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shoddy Smith.
Oh, and I'm Bruchelle, Mark Bruchelle, news reporter.
Oh, I'm...
No. Phoenix Wright.
Of course. Like, dude, like, and again, here's the thing, right? I can totally understand him maybe not recognize him because, like, it is a different outfit, it's a different style. And I wonder if it does, like, come down to the fact that it's been 7 years ago and there's also an idea of, like, blocking out, like, things that make you upset. You know, that memory of that. Would be something maybe something I'd probably, like, try to, like, erase from my memory, like, is the idea that, like, you know, because I imagine that, like, losing the one thing that you were passionate about. It's probably something you don't want to think about, you know, forever.
You must always look at a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still don't know who I am?
Oh, dude, come on, Phoenix, though. Have we met? Ah, there it is. Of course, look at him.
Today is in this courtroom. You cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I'm talking about this.
And he just disappears. Crazy. Mr. Enigmar. The defendant's escaped. Find him, quick. Bailiff, close all the exits from the building. There you go. On the double, you must not be allowed to escape, yeah. Like, this caused so much havoc. You can't be. But you're... Zach Gramarye. Yeah, it is. What a reveal. And again, it's a very subtle, like... it's not even like a big, gigantic, like, oh my god. It's like, hey, this is what would kind of happen. He just slips back into your life. You know, and like, I think that, like, they did a good job. Because, like, again, it works both ways. But I feel like they've done the big reveal of, like, the character comes during the trial where you've revealed that this character is this character so many times in a really good way that I feel like it switches it up a little bit to have, you know, the character actually just show up and be like, hey.
Yes, the reincarnation act of the century. Pity I only have an audience of one. You.
Zach Gramarye, this must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life.
You there.
Oh my god, it's O'Reilly.
We will play soon. Ready the room.
Da, I'll be preparing the hideout for you.
So, by the way, I give a little bit of a hate to this character here. Is he here now? Yeah. But he's like one of the only guys, like, witnesses ever in a trial. He just never lied once. Like, he was just mistaken by like, what he said was true, but the contents of what he said was just mistaken. So, like, you know, I can't give him too much shite, you know? Are you really him, the Zach Gramarye? What must Phoenix be feeling right now? Also, your daughter, dude!
Now I am Shoddy Smith, remember this.
How many years has it been now? 6?
Exactly 3 days from now, it'll be 7.
Oh, you've been counting down those days too, I imagine, because you lost your daughter.
I'll cause you much inconvenience, I fear.
Yeah, you could say that.
Is she well? Trucy, I mean.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. She's fine. I've got her working already. Hope you don't mind. What?
I need hardly express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I have come. That, and to settle a matter of cards.
So, here's the thing. she's doing really well. She's an absolutely fantastic kid. She's really sure of herself. She's really talented. She's really smart. She knows how to like read people incredibly well too. You'd be very proud. You'd be very proud of the girl that she's become, despite having a father that makes her, you know, probably crazy with his. Actually, no, she really likes us being a lawyer though, or being like a little card dealer, right? She likes that, so maybe not. By which you mean poker? Those eyes. He's serious. Yeah, he's very serious. He's nice eyes though. I despise losing above all else, and so I've decided I will win tonight no matter what it takes. You know this guy's type. They're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary. Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And I, you. Okay. Okay. Well, actually, you know what I actually want to do? I'm going to present Mr. Hat to him in a minute. But let's talk about the stuff he wants to talk about first. I want to present Mr. Hat to him. We're going to present Mr. Hat to him. The meaning of competition. Yeah, okay. And Trucy. We competed that day 7 years ago, too. Ah, yes, you must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue. 2. Oh, they're playing cards in the detention center. Okay, 1. Showdown time. In the detention center, man. In the detention center. I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I played for a long time. And only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. So, so this is Zach talking about Magnifi, who he lost to in a game? Okay. You choose your defense attorneys by playing poker. Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. I can understand this, I guess, like, especially like if you're having to defend you, like having someone who's like really good at poker is probably like a bonus. You know what I speak of. I know that you do. Trucy's power? So it is like an actual mythical power. Trucy, she's in a class of her own. For 7 years I played poker at the Bowl Club, but I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. And she sends me signals.
Daddy, he's got a good hand.
She says it in front of everyone.
You might have a chance if you get act quick. Better calm soon. What a good girl.
What a good girl.
Helping your daddy get some money.
Can you tell me what her power is? Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reaction is a staple performance in magic. But those of Trucy's line possess a far greater skill. Her line? So it's a line? She's like a descendant? Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost. Magnifi. So Magnifi had that. Wait, so she's related to Magnifi. That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it. Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Gramarye blood or something? Blood. Oh no. Oh no. How many? 3. Okay, 3's not too bad. I'm sorry, but it's not something I told lightly to outsiders. And it's nothing you need to know at this time. It's some kind of Gramarye secret then? Fine. So let's talk about Trucy first. She's 15 this year. She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know. Yeah, man, she hasn't forgotten about that. She still has a picture of you on the frickin' wall. I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause. Yeah, and I imagine it would. But I will say this as well, though. One of the great things about Phoenix is that, like, he has been a very good, like, step-in dad. And I think the reason I say he's a very good step-in dad is because he hasn't done the thing where, like, he's tried to, like, erase the memory of Zach. He's, like, been very, very, you know, open with Trucy that she's allowed to say, hey, she has 2 dads. You know what I mean? She's 2 dads. And I think that's I think it's very nice of him to do that. I think it's also very healthy as well for her to be like, yes, I have a dad, a dad, but I also have a dad. Like, and I think that's totally healthy. It's probably, like, emotionally very, like, strengthening for her, knowing that, like, yes, she still has that dad from before, but she also has the dad now that's caring about for her now. I think it's very good. And I honestly think it's like, because the thing is, like, you might be like, that's just a normal thing to do, maybe in some cases. Like, I don't have, like, 2 dads, unfortunately. Jesus Christ. No, but, like, what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I want two dads, so one can teach me how to shave, and the other one teach me how to do the gardening. You know what I mean? Then I want two moms, one to teach me how to fix a light switch, and the other one to teach me how to lift weights. At the same time, I'm doing it all. I got 4 limbs. I'll do it with that. No, but I think that it's great for Trucy. I really do think it's great for Trucy. And some parents do, like, especially step parents. I've heard stories from people of step parents who like try to not erase, but like try to replace the dad, or try to replace the parent, which is not gonna happen, you know, or shouldn't happen all the time unless the child is incredibly young. Yeah. Wait, you were planning on vanishing for the get-go? Well, he told us, like, you're not gonna be able to be tried.
Yes, and for that I must apologize. However, I cannot be found guilty that day.
Because of this. What is that? I hereby give all the rights and secrets of staging and performance of my magic to my recipient name below. Recipient Zach Gramarye. That was the last piece of paper in the book? It showed that he inherited everything. This?
A transferal of rights. You see the signature?
A transferal? That's Magnifique Gramarye's signature, isn't it? I hereby give all the rights to secrets of staging and performance of my magic to the recipient name below. Recipient Zach Gramarye, Magnifique Gramarye. I hereby give all the rights to secrets, staging, and performance of my magic, yeah. And the recipient's name is you, Zach Gramarye.
Yes, it is I.
Wait, this page looks torn.
You recall the diary, yes?
First, take a close look at this diary. Tonight is in maybe the last. I leave the rest of them, and the first should come soon. Yeah, we already read this. Yeah, and it just so happens I've here what I believe to be the missing page.
Wait, let me see that.
Oh, we forgot to read the room. We'll look around the room for a bit after this. How could I forget? That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge.
It's the real page that was torn from that book. Magnifique gave it to me that night.
You could have told me this earlier, like 7 years earlier.
Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare for my escape from that courtroom.
Transfer of rights, let's do this. And we have to present the Magatama again as well. The greatest of the I'm present Mr. Hap. The greatest of the Magnifique Gramarye illusions
are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage.
Sounds like a pretty important thing to have in your if you're his disciple.
As the rightful heir to his art, I too wanted a rightful heir.
Rightful?
I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor.
Oh, Trucy? Your daughter, yeah.
That is why I've risked all to come here tonight. Bruchel!
Sir!
That's what that is. It's a transfer of rights. What is this?
A letter passing the rights I've inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness. But I'm not a lawyer anymore.
Oh, sorry, I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need public notary besides.
I may not look it, but I'm a certified notary.
Okay, that's why you're here. Okay. You are?
By day I wear notary glasses and hunt for news, and also by day I wear reporter's glasses and notarize.
Okay.
When I take off the glasses, I can see very well.
Your signature, please. That's a really funny joke, but honestly, it's a joke that probably not the time. There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Your signature, please. This is the first reason I've come here tonight.
So documents transferring the right to perform the Gramarye repertoire to daughter Trucy. I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said.
Precisely.
7 years. There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago,
they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day.
Not to mention all their possessions.
Exactly, which is why I'm here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document. Before my 7 years are up, you might say I am securing my daughter's inheritance.
But you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically?
Not in this case, I'm afraid.
This case?
Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnifique Gramarye. However, this was done in secret without witnesses. Before Magnifique died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself Zach Gramarye and Valent Gramarye. Not Trucy.
I see. So you do need this document.
I've known Brachel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Now only 3 know of my rebirth.
I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background and found you had no other close kin.
It is as you say.
Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. So, okay. We can try to do the back talk. I want to present some stuff before we do anything. And actually, I want to look at the run of the room before we do anything as well, because this guy, I don't know if it, well, again, it's a situation where we might have to come back again. That's okay if we do. One of the restaurant tables. This one's closest to the piano, which makes it the hardest to eat, I hear. On days when I'm playing, that is.
What do you think about the ukulele?
Actually, like, the ukulele was huge when I was a teenager. A lot of the girls had one, you know what I mean? Like, and what's funny is, like, you know, there was like this real there is a very big toxic aspect as it comes to like the ukulele when I was a teenager, where like boys were like, ukuleles for girls, you know what I mean? But then like all the guitar players in my friend group, whenever ukulele was brought out by a girl, they'd be like, can I try it? You know what I mean? Because of course it's like, man, it's a little guitar, of course you're gonna want to try it, you know what I mean? But yeah, like they were huge, but I was never a big fan of them.
The sound is slight, the annoyance curtailed.
That is so not true. What do you, like, has anyone ever played a ukulele poorly? Have anyone picked up one? Like, you know when you have a friend who picks up the ukulele and goes, I'm just going to strum it. Do, 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 do. It sounds horrible. A ukulele in a Russian restaurant?
Then you must go to a Hawaiian restaurant.
Hawaiian shirts don't go with my complexion. Oh my god.
I give up.
You know what's funny? I feel like Hawaiian shirts have been kind of, occupied by me, like guys like me, white boys. Hawaiian shirts are like white boys took them and like we're like, this is our style now. I must say it comes as quite a surprise.
I never knew you played.
I'll do anything else if I could, believe me. Oh yeah, there's something you could help me with. Do you think you could make that piano disappear? It'd help me out in a lot of ways, really.
You say the funniest things with the straightest face.
People always tell me that, except I wasn't joking. This is grape juice? Is it refreshing?
I usually drink too much and it ends up making me thirsty.
Oh,
Mr. Wright, there is something inside that bottle.
huh? It's my business card.
You aren't surprised at all? Perhaps you don't like magic?
I'm sure if I felt surprised. Maybe I had my poker face on. Okay, is there anything else we can look at here? There's like a half-eaten like sandwich or something there. It's definitely not a sandwich because there's like a filling in it. Maybe it's like a meat filling. Will you say anything about this? Misaki, can you tell me about this?
Mr. Wright, we meet for the first time in 7 years and you offer me this, please.
It wasn't a present. This guy's a hard sell. Probably won't get a rise out of him unless I show him something real interesting. Oh, so they want me to show him something really interesting. So that's Mr. Hat. Or maybe actually like one of these things, though, the locket as well, and the commemorative stamp. So what do you think of this? Muzak, could you tell me about this?
Mr. Wright.
Okay, so not Mr. You don't care about Mr. Hat? Okay. That goes my dreams. This person photo is Trucy's mother? Okay, there we go.
How did you come by this?
Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone.
Then it is so.
Huh?
She is gone. What more is there to say?
Lots?
I know.
Whoa, you're still here?
According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifique Gramarye, is only daughter.
So Trucy is related to Magnifique. And that's why she has that intuitive power. What? Magnifique's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zach?
Brachel, you say too much.
What? Why am I the bad guy? Why?
Zach, you knocked him out?
In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over.
Talesa Gramarye, she's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather me some more evidence, clearly.
Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game?
Wait, I haven't done the Magatama. My final competition? Final, why?
As you said, I have come out of the hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground.
Without seeing your daughter?
It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago we played, 7 years ago I lost. I already lost to Magnifi, I do not care to lose to another. And I've heard that you never lose.
It's just a rumor.
Yes, for it is impossible to never lose, unless one has an ace up one's sleeve.
Trucy.
As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation to think a mere lawyer might be out there pulling the wool over so many eyes.
Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up.
That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned.
It does bring an issue of trust between the both of us with Trucy, right? That we know our father came back, and we know that he's not going to talk to her. We know that we don't tell her about it either. I wonder if it is like there is an issue of trust that comes into it, you know? This guy's beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards.
Rochelle, you may leave.
Ah, but it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop.
I punch and I punch, but still it's not enough.
I just remembered a future prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, and nice meeting you, Piano Man.
Then let us begin, dealer.
Da,
You will be witness to our competition.
da. It is an honor for me. Why haven't I seen her around before?
That reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however.
Who's this?
Gavin, I believe was his name.
Wait, do you know him or do you know Clavier? You know him?
After a fashion, listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this.
Oh, wait, we didn't do the Bagatama! The Grammary power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I need to meet that reporter again. That was clear. And one other thing. From the moment I saw my final competition with Zach began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. Clavier. A name that Zachary knew well, but how and why? Are we gonna unlock this? We are. Oh, so it's still unlocked. Or still open. We can go there whenever we want. We need more evidence, though. Let's see. So we can go to Solitary Cell 13, which I think we should go to. We also have... We can activate the mag, but I actually think that we're probably going to... Since this is the heaviest of them, I think we'll go, like, I think we'll go straight to Kristoff. Yeah. And then we'll go back to the yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We can do that because I'm kind of excited to see this. And I think I honestly think detention center is last. I think it's the last thing we do because like there was like 4 Cyclocks. Genuinely. Okay, let's go to Sarge. Look at this prison cell. Look at this prison cell for this guy who murdered someone, who murdered Zach Gramarye. Present day Central Prison, Solitary Cell 13. Well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? This is... Dude, send me to prison. Put a PS Vita and a charging port in here. I'll stay in prison. What brings you down to my cramped confines? Gavin. This was a big deal. This was a big deal. This is like one of those moments in like... Again, like, they call back to these moments in such incredible ways that it's just like, I'm always so impressed with this.
Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney badge 7 years ago.
My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Great line. Great line.
Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right?
Tete-a-tete? Tete-a-tete? Freaking awesome suit, by the way, on Clavier. Looks awesome. Not Clavier, sorry, Kristoff.
You look well, Phoenix Wright.
You too, Gavin. Oh. Oh. Okay. Fair enough. We're gonna okay. What do we present to him this time? What do you think we can present everything to him, but I think we present at least like no, because he wouldn't know about this stuff either, would he? Would he know about the locket? The locket's probably the most important thing. The stamp's something pretty important too. I don't know. What would be a good idea here? The stamp, though, the thing is like, that was like that's a thing that's like to me that's, it's gonna be important because they gave it to us as evidence. But I wonder if it's because of the poison or the picture itself. That's what we have to figure out, I think. Let's examine the room though before we do anything because I almost forgot last time. So look at this violin.
It's strange, you know. Whenever I see a gun, I think about just how petty you are, and it blows my effing mind. These days, I never seem to get enough. I'm tired of this thing. I want to go home. Don't waste my effing time. Because everything exceptional is crushed by common people. Jealousy and ignorance and all the common evils. This planet is...
Okay, Kristoff, stop singing Slipknot for 2 seconds. Okay, dude, Jesus, we get it. You like Slipknot. I do too. Jesus, buddy.
Here I am in solitary, yet the books keep piling up.
Dude, like, that's the thing, right? Like, if you go to prison, I always think, like, you know, you have to, like... It's like books you're gonna have to read, right? Looks like you got more than books up there.
Ah, yes, my collection. I have a few friends on a prison staff. They show me a little kindness.
Just a little? So he's obviously getting, like, look, if you can get it, get it. Look at this chair. This is that chair that, like, your grandmother has. That's, like nowadays it's worth, like, 50 grand or something. And you're like, you know, you could, like, sell this chair, grandmother. She's like, shut up. You know what I mean? They always have, like, these, like, that one piece of furniture that's worth, like, thousands now. Whether it be a piano or something. It's like, how did you afford a piano? Shut up. That's some chair. Just look at it, makes me want to take a seat. You probably have to add a whole digit to the price of one of my office chairs.
In here, the comfortable chair is the most valuable thing in the world.
You'd have to add 2 digits as the price of the standard prison issue chair for this. Those prison chairs don't look so bad. Either maybe I should redecorate. And we all know that he like I think it was a common thing that he's a cheapskate. Oh, there's a yellow envelope that he's a cheapskate, right? That envelope's symbolic means it's the same stamp.
It's not nice to peek at other people's mail.
You get mail in jail?
That I do, though. They read it first, apparently. Still, I'm allowed to pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however.
Looks like a sneaking peek is out of the question. And we have like a little rose thing here. Nice roses. You taking care of this one here?
Yes. She's surprisingly delicate, you know. Requires careful tending, but she is my best friend, as they say.
Best? Come on now, I'm starting to feel bad for you.
Oh? Of course. She's known to bite if handled roughly.
Your rose bites?
I was speaking of the photo next to the rose. My retriever, Vangole. Cute, but feisty.
That's totally that's Apollo. But of course we're not Apollo right now, so every dog has its thorn. I guess we can talk to you now. Okay, so talk about Gavin's murder.
Life has been full of surprises for both of us.
You could say that, yeah, for sure.
I've no doubt you've never expected to lose that attorney badge of yours.
I bet you never expect to wind up here. Shoddy Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was? Who he was? Zach Gramarine, you know the defendant?
I remember him, of course.
Look at this. He's already playing with us. But you say Smith was Zach?
Impossible.
Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence.
What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think?
After a trial, you were arrested and found guilty. But your motive was never made clear.
A mistake I plan to remedy.
You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright.
What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. Isn't that enough?
Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. So here we go, 7-year-old case. You recall that case 7 years ago?
Ah, yes, the trial where Zach Gramarine pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for this trial, as I recall. Genius prosecution reveals crooked attorney, was it?
And he's gonna be famous for that for a while. That's something that you get to have with you for the rest of your freaking life. That was when I met you, wasn't it?
Was it now?
The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. And here's the thing, right? Like, we talked about this before, but like, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense why he would be like getting the strictest punishment. Unanimous, save for one dissenting opinion. Yours. No wonder he has such an affinity towards Kristoff.
It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position after all.
For 7 years we've been friends, and yet I still don't understand you.
But right, your friendship towards me was never pure. You suspected me then, as you still do now, don't you?
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what I think. It's actually a really cool relationship, though, isn't it? Like to have this friend you've been friends for 7 years, but never trusting them once, never feeling absolute trust with them. You know. Reason for murder. Let's talk about why you killed him. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice ball for no reason. Tell me why you did it.
Persistent, aren't you?
I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game, Zach Ramery mentioned your name, Gavin.
That reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe his name.
After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone else had turned on me. There you go. Like, and the thing is, like, that's like something that, like, has to feel so painful. The idea that, like, you're gonna remember someone forever because they did something so good for you, right? And only one person. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Man, it's still like, I want to see Pearl and Maya. Where are they? Like, the fact that Phoenix hasn't, like... The fact that, like, they haven't indicated that Pearl has met Trucy is insane to me. I have to know. Why did you kill Shadi Smith? No, Zach Ramery. Oh no, oh no. What is that? I've never seen Cyclops like these. They're not the regular Cyclops, Phoenix. Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things?
Something wrong, right?
Why is there... A bottle literally just appeared on the table. No, it's nothing. Look at that. Look at a bottle just... It's the same thing that Vera had. Which would make He's connected to Vera even more than we think. Remember when Vera went into the trial and she stared at Clavier like she knew him? She was actually like thinking that was this dude. That this was Kristoff. That's...
You shouldn't push yourself so hard.
And he has the freaking envelope that was with the stamp that was sent to Vera. He's the same stamp as the stamp that Vera had in her place as well. He's doing his nails. And they pointed it out too. Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can do your nails if you want. In fact, like, I actually think that, like, you know, boys who do nails, like, are super cute. You're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not at all, dude. You can use whatever nail polish you want. Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. Phoenix has been in a trial with, like Matt Engard, who, like, whether people like it or not, yes, he's, like, this big, tough, gruff dude. To me, one of, like, the most, like, in the best, I mean this in the best way possible, like, the most, like, feminine, like appearances of a man in Ace Attorney history, in my opinion. You know, and it's so funny that, like, that happens all the time, isn't it? Like, because it's changed now, and rightly so. Like, for years it was like if a man cleans himself even, like, regularly, or moisturizes, or, like, you know, tries to, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like one of the things, like, I remember, like, you know, my father used to work as a construction worker, which is, like, really tough on your body. And for years he had, like, these, like, really, like, rough hands. And when we were younger, he would never, ever put on any moisturizer, right? But then like now, like, because again, so many things have changed, and like people are more about comfort, people are about living a life that's nice, people are about like looking nice, people are about like smelling nice and all this stuff. Like, he was telling me like one day that he uses like a lemon scented like cream on his hands now, and like it makes his hands like feel a lot better after work, because he's always like, you know, working with like really dry materials that dry out his hands and stuff like this. And I was just like, man, like years ago that wouldn't have happened. And for me, it's like if someone tells me, like a guy tells me like, hey, I paint my nails, hey, I do my lashes, I do my makeup, it's just like this most normal, natural thing to me now. Like, I watched Smosh, and like Chance McCreary, who is like, you know, one of the most beautiful men who ever existed in life and just a lovely soul, like was you know, he just naturally drops like, hey, I you know, when I do my makeup, I do this. And it's like it's so just normal now. It's so normal, and in a good way. Now, there's still gonna be obviously people that like will look down on people for doing this, and my question to them is always the same thing, which is just like, have you lost your life? And I could probably tell you where to get one, you know?
You know what I say? One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails.
That's a nice motto.
First rate in all things, except nothing less.
That certainly does look like a first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle.
It's crystal.
See, if this was Apollo would right away be like, oh, that's the same bottle that was given, that the Vera was using, right? If this is Apollo. But obviously it's not, so...
If you're so drawn to it, please, have one. It's on me.
Nail polish slipped into the pocket. Nice. Nice stuff, guys. Nice stuff, guys. Wait, is that... Can we break down your... Oh no, it's the same new. I have to press triangle on this. I keep forgetting. I have to press triangle on this thing and not the other way around. So you can't skip this part, which is strange. Is something new gonna happen? Yeah, okay, so you can skip this part. So this just gives us these things, but I'm not sure if we can even present, like, because I didn't see a triangle button there. Unless, like, I was just mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, you can't do this. It's a different type of thing. Can we present anything to you? Let's just start by presenting, like, as much as we can. He doesn't know. He doesn't care.
I hardly need to remind you that I'm not a free man. I care little about the outside world, save advances in chair technology.
No information forthcoming there, I guess. So maybe like... Oh, this, yeah. What do you think of this? No, he doesn't care. He does not give a damn. This man does not care. This man does not care. What about this? This man does not care. This man does not give a hoot about this whatsoever. What about this? Okay, I guess we can probably end our inquiry. So what new piece of evidence do we have from this? We have the bottle. Yeah. We're gathering evidence though, man, and like new context evidence, you know what I mean? That's what's important. I'm gonna end the inquiry. So we still can come back here though at some point, and we can still do the Borscht Bowl Club as well at some point too. Let's see if we can do anything with the Magatama with this guy as well. So we want to be able to like do this one as well also, right? That's the whole point. Let's try it. With Zach. How many does he have again? 3. So that's not too bad. The Gramarye secret. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it blew my mind. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why is that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother? Talisa Gramarye? I will not speak of that. Talisa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. Why do we not want to talk about her? Okay, I think we might already have a gap in what's happening here. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. Yeah. Okay, so we need to find out why he wouldn't want to talk about her. So let's go back maybe to Drew's studio. I think that's the next place I want to go to after this. So maybe I could give you... Oh yeah, he has one too. Let's go. Let's try our best with this. You're hiding something. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Misham?
I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client.
True, when I asked the client's name, there was no Cyclops in sight. So it's not about the client's name. You regard you're hiding something. You have to be. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense.
Oh, why are you doing this to me?
Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. So what's Misham hiding? So he's not hiding the sample or the client. It's the forgery. He's hiding Vera. We know this. I'm pretty much pieced together what it is from what you've said.
What is it, then?
You told me what you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any Cyclops.
Psycholocks? Is that some asylum security or new hairstyle, perhaps?
Do you want it? I can give you a new hairstyle. But then they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client?
As I said in court, I do not know.
Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester.
I never met them, not personally,
Not personally. Those words trigger... Oh, so that's what we say. Yeah, Vera met them. Vera met them then.
Again with the Psycholocks. Now I really must know what they are.
So you didn't meet with the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence.
Huh? Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business, but I'm afraid you've lost me.
Oh, there's one down. One down. Well, I didn't come here to talk about Cyclops. As long as I come into the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there. And your conclusion is? The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham.
Poppycock! I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Made here in my studio. Who else could have done it but me?
That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. We know this already, because like they told us this. Look at baby Apollo. Yeah, Vera. Okay, that's the two Cyclops on. Great. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it?
Ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr.
Right, which makes it even worse.
Oh, Calvin, you're okay with Phoenix making her do illegal card activities? Yes, I am. Come for me.
I've always been more of a well, in fairness though, he's lying to her about it though. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's lying to her about it. You know what I mean? I have a feeling that he didn't tell her that this was forged as evidence to get a man put in prison. Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. Cyclops tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility.
I feel very much on the verge of going Cyclops myself.
You know what's crazy about this? The Cyclops back in Trials and Tribulations was like one of the biggest events in the whole game. Like going around the snowy mountain, if you remember that, like just like unlocking those Cyclops was incredible. Guys, that's gonna do it with this video. Thank you so much for watching this, and thank you so much for always supporting the series. Really, like I say this all the time, but like you guys like have made it possible for me to be able to like do things like this and make videos like this. You know, and you know, the Patreon makes it possible for me to play games like Ace Attorney all the time. I get to play really cool games like this, and I want to thank Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, Normal Kara, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yuld, Radish, Fruity, Orange Bang, Summer Oasis, Death Trap, Anusta, Chibata Red, and Malcolm Come Day. And I'm gonna say Anusta a second time because I forgot to say Anusta in a previous video. I just skipped past it. My bad. Honestly, bad person. Calvin, me, for sure. That makes it sound like I'm like being sarcastic. I'm just joking, you know, around like that. But I am serious about saying it a second time. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.